All right, I think I can hear him now,
Trent,
Ken.
can you test that real quick?
Yo.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we can
let's
hear
just,
you now.
let's
All right,
just,
Trent,
let's just try
sorry.
it again. Trent, we didn't hear any of you.
Go ahead and start over
Repeat the
again.
question.
Yeah, Jeremy, start
Yeah.
the question again.
Yeah, it's a simple one, Trent. What's this mean for you guys in the locker room, this win?
Like I said before, I mean, every Big Ten game is going to be a tough one. So, we obviously being out for 10 days, we had a lot of preparation time, to prepare for, a good basketball team. So, I mean, I think all of us, have the same mindset. We just go out there, and do what we do every night for 40 minutes, doesn't matter who we're playing. So I just think that's the biggest goal for our team right now, just going out there and just, knowing what we do for 40 minutes, and just getting the job done.
And for Io, what does this win do for you guys? Like this felt like the 40 minutes you guys, the best 40 minutes you guys have played against the best team probably you've played. What does this do for you guys moving forward?
We always believed in ourselves. But like Trent said, it's always good to get a win in Big Ten anyway. Playing Iowa, good team. What are they ranked? What, they ranked 9 coming into the game. Yeah, 9. So anytime you beat a top 10 team, that is always something to be proud of. But we hungry. We're excited to be out here playing, be out here healthy. So we just taking it game by game. And we watched a lot of film. We had 10 days off prior to this game, so watching a lot of film, getting 2-a-days in. Really just understanding the importance of each and every game, because you never know when it can be taken away from you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Gavin, you're up. Gabby in the hole. Go ahead, Gavin.
Trent, I saw you weren't too pleased not making the cut for defensive watch list that came out. Did you take that a little personally, as the saying goes?
I take it personal every night. Whoever my matchup is, whoever my assignment is, I just go out there, try to do my job for 40 minutes. Obviously my teammates believe in me. Guarding their other team's best player. So I just try to go out there and do my job to the best I can. Obviously, that's frustrating because I know what I can do on that side of the basketball, but it's a bigger goal right now. I just want to help my team win. I just keep moving forward game by game.
Absolutely. Then you guys, as a team, did a pretty good job on Garza tonight. For either of you guys, what did you see that you guys did well against him?
We made him guard. Iowa they're known for playing a zone. Pretty much the whole second half they played a zone. So he's a very efficient offensive player. So they play a zone to typically to hide him from having to guard and make him very efficient offense. So we just made him guard. I believe we have the best big in the country in Kofi, so we wanted to get the ball to him and try to put fouls on him. Just make him work, make him a little tired, get him fatigued, and I think we did a pretty good job with that.
Thank you.
Okay, Gabby, you're up. Derek Piper on deck. Go ahead, Gabby.
Trent, it seems like we've just been kind of waiting on one of those big offensive games for you, and obviously it comes at the perfect time against a really good Iowa team. What does that mean for you, and what was kind of working for you tonight?
It means the same thing every game. I try to go out there and do my best, on both sides of the basketball. But tonight, my teammates did a, unbelievable job looking for me when I got hot, and they kept feeding me, and I'm gonna have nights like that, and I'm not gonna have nights like that, and that's where I just, me being a senior, I just, bring that energy to defense, just having that mindset of when the basketball's not going in, just helping my team out, doing whatever it takes to win. So, like I said, my teammates did a good job, finding me, and just, kept getting me, good looks.
Thanks, Trent.
Derek Piper, Brandon Simberg on deck. Go ahead, Derek.
This question is for Io. Io, did this feel like a statement win tonight, just knowing the impact on the Big Ten standings and going against a heated rivalry and number 7 in the country?
Everyone knows, where we stand with Iowa and where Iowa stands with us when it comes to relationship-wise. So coming out here, we know we'll get their best shot. And I'm pretty sure, we were going to get their best shot. It was a tough game, 40 minutes, every possession, hard nose. It was a very difficult game, man. But that's what basketball about. This felt like a true last day of the season game for all the marbles. It felt like that intensity. So I felt it definitely was a statement to come out here and get this win on home court, and compete for a Big Ten title. We needed this win to make our dreams come true. So it was very, very fortunate to get this W.
And then for Trent, to be able to get it done defensively, they only made 2 shots in the last 5 minutes. How big was that? And was that really a growth spot for this team to be able to do that against a high-powered offense?
That's what it's all about. That's when our, me, IL, Kobe, all those, upperclassmen are on the court. Last war. That's what we preach. Last war. We win the war, we win the game. So, I thought we did an unbelievable job. Making their shots difficult, and just putting pressure on putting pressure on their defense. But most importantly, just getting stops at the end, rebounding, and just making free throws. So, I thought we did a great job with that. Just got to keep doing it.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Brandon, you're up. Joey Wagner on deck. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, Io, you've kind of talked to us about easing into games and kind of getting your teammates involved early, but today you had 19 first half points. So was your mindset a little different from the jump?
I pretty much had the same mindset. Come out there, make the right play. But today I just think that I had it. I had it going early because the way they were guarding me, the way they came out of man to man, the way they were guarding me, I was able to get in the lane, use my speed, um, hit some bank shots, get out in transition, and it just kept coming for me, so I just kept taking it. So I just come out and approach the game, you know, however I see it, and then I just adapt from there. But today, I felt the way they were guarding me allowed me to get going early.
And then Trent, talk to me about that three you hit before the end of the first half. You kind of threw up a shrug after. Is that a shot you even practice, or was that just kind of a prayer?
In practice, I kind of just, after practice, I tend to, get in that zone where I just throw up a bunch of, shots from everywhere on the court. Obviously, I consider that a lucky one, but, I kind of, for some reason, practice like weird shots like that. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about that shot. I mean, it was 3 points, so that's all I see it as.
Okay, Joey, and then Alec. Go ahead, Joey.
Hey, Trent, was there a point in the game where you were just really feeling it? I mean, can you kind of walk me through your mindset, even from maybe even before the game? How did you kind of know you were in a zone like that?
Just preparation, the last, like those saying, we've been going 2 days, we've had scrimmages in practice, this past week. My preparation has been good, with me, being on a heater in practice, making a lot of balls. So I think the biggest thing is just, my preparation. I've been, very good in practice, doing the right thing, just making shots, just shooting the ball with confidence. And that's what it's all about. Dose does a great job of that, trying to find me when I'm missing it, obviously when I'm missing, but just giving me confidence, when I'm open, shoot the ball. So I think that's what's all about. My preparation this past weekend, has been good.
Then Io, can you walk me through? Did you notice anything different in Trent today? How did you know that he was really on it?
I talk to Trent a lot. I just talk to him a lot because I seen Trent his highest potential, and he does so much for us in defensive end that sometimes his offense is sacrificed. And when you're on a great team, sometimes you have to have guys to buy in, and Trent does a unbelievable job at that. But it's times where I tell him like, you're a hell of a player too. So now I call him no hesitation Trent. Sometimes when Trent, I kick it to him, he'll hesitate before he shoot it, and he thinking about it too much. I seen Trent make so many balls. I shot with him so many times. I know the work that he put in. So I tell him, don't hesitate. When I swing it to you, shoot with confidence. And like he said, he been doing that lately in practice. He been a lot of shots up after practice, and you put the work in, it's going to show. So I'm proud of his performance.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Alec, and then Scott Ritchie, and then Robert in the hole. So go ahead, Alec.
Yeah, Trent, this first one's for you. I know you guys gave up 75 points tonight, but I feel like this was the defensive intensity that Brad and you have always talked about having. Is this one of the better defensive games that you feel like you guys have played this season?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's a high level, 3-point shooting team. You want to give up some baskets for sure. When you have, guys on their team that can go for, 25 every night and, shoot the basketball from the 3-point line that well. So you're going to give up some baskets. It's all about, just what kind of baskets they're getting. Easy shots. And that's what we did tonight. We made them make a lot of tough shots, and that's and when it comes down to late game, those we get rewarded because those shots, not always gonna go in. So I thought late game, like before, they only had 2 baskets. We did a good job, just locking in defensively, just executing the plan and just finishing the game strong.
And then Jacob Grandison, I think, had his first career double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds, or vice versa. What have you seen out of him over these last 2 games where he's been put into the starting lineup? Has anything changed with him compared to earlier in the year?
Hard work. Anytime you see a player that significantly comes out and does well and playing great and having so much energy, is the one word: hard work. And, he's putting the work into the gym. He's putting the work into his craft, and it's helping our team. Um, and like our team is very good. Our team is very deep. We have so many weapons that can go out there and produce for us. That's one thing I love about our team. So tonight was his night. We have so many people on the bench that can come in, like Coleman Hawkins. I'm pretty sure soon one night be his night, and I can go down the list. So basically, I'm proud of him also. Keep putting the work in, and it's go show.
Okay, Scott Ritchie, Robert, and then Brad. So go ahead, Scott.
We'll just stick with IO first. IO, just after 10-day break, just what did it mean to in that regard to get this win that it may just been waiting to get back on the court and to get one like this?
I was great. I'm very proud of how our team came out and responded. 10 days off, you come out sluggish, but we were locked in. We played hard, extremely hard. Everyone who subbed in, they had a lot of energy. The bench had a lot of energy. So I was very proud of our team. It's something to clean up that we didn't do well. I think it was a time period where it was 50-50 balls that we lost. But, that's something you can learn from. Like Trent said, when you're playing against a good team, one of the best offensive teams in the country, there's going to be some shots where you're going to just say, all right, good shot. But you got to keep coming and keep making them do it for 40 minutes. And yeah, so I'm just very proud of our team, how we came out and responded, being off for 10 days.
And for Trent, Kofi had to work against Garza to get his production tonight, but it's that sequence there at the end where he rebounds his own free throw miss, then makes 2. Just how big was that maybe for him?
Just second effort. Kofi does great job. On the rim. When he's guarding a guy like that every night who shoots that many balls, you just got to keep making it tough on him. Just throwing punches. And then when it gets late game, he'll fall down. And I thought Kofi did an unbelievable job. Just making his shots tough, wearing them out. And I believe he was wearing out a little bit tonight. Just having to guard that physical body. But yeah, Kofi, he's been great for this team every night, despite, the points, but, his effort is always going to be, needed for this team. And, he's always going to be, we're going to always need him to help us win games.
Thank you.
And Robert Rosenthal, that may be wrap it up. Go ahead, Robert.
Yes, this is for Trent. Trent, obviously a difficult start to your career. You were part of the rebuild, 2 losing seasons, breakthrough last year. You tweeted this summer about Chapter 4 and how it would be different. What can you tell me about Chapter 4 so far this season?
Just our team goal. Io and Kofi, announced that they were coming back. Seeing how our season ended last year when we were on our run. For greatness. I had that mindset. When those guys came back, we were going to be very special, even more special this year. And that's what we're doing right now. Obviously, them being vets, we're doing an unbelievable job. Helping these younger guys. Trying to envision what our goal and our team goal, and that's to win, a Big Ten championship, and a national championship. So Chapter 4 just means, just continue where we stopped last year in March when they canceled our season. Just continue to strive for our team goal, and that's just continue to win, and win a Big Ten championship and a national championship.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, that'll wrap up questions with the players. Thank you. We'll have Coach here in just a moment.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we've got Coach Underwood here. We'll let everybody get lined up after and give just a moment here, and then Coach will start with an opening statement, and then we'll start with questions. So go ahead, Coach.
Well, first of all, I'm disappointed. There was not 15,500 fans here, and I know Fran as a huge competitor. We were talking before the game. He said the same thing. This building would have been electric tonight, but high level college basketball game, as seems like all of our contests are with Iowa. Kind of a strange game, and there was two halves. First half was very up tempo, very fast, very free flowing, hard to get stops. Looked like two teams that were well rested and played with a ton of energy. And then the second half turned into a real high level college basketball game, just grinding it out, smash mouth. Really proud of our guys. Got stopped when we needed to against a team that I think's arguably one of the two or three best offensive teams in college basketball. So great job in the second half on Garza. Holding him under 20 is no easy task. Wieskamp is a pro, made some hard shots. We gave him a couple clean ones. The job Trent Frazier did on Bohannon. We talked a lot about last time he was in this building. He had 29. And the job that Trent did tonight just goes along with my disappointment of him not being on the Naismith award list for Defensive Player of the Year, just because he doesn't get a ton of steals. But his job is tremendous. And then, when Ayo Dosunmu locks in and guards like that tonight, he is the best player in college basketball, in my opinion. So he was phenomenal in the first half. Trent was terrific. And then the job Jacob Grandison did throughout with a double-double, his energy, hit a big three late, were all key. And, in a night when it was tough for Adam, he got out of rhythm with a couple early fouls. Corbello came in and really did a nice job. And, and then I thought Georgie, especially in the second half, was outstanding. So a great win against a very, very good basketball team. And it was a heck of a college basketball game.
Okay, we'll start with Robert and then go with Harry after that, and then Matt Stevens. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, Coach, you inherited Trent as a recruit when you arrived, and he's been with you through this entire build. What does it mean for you as his coach to see him have a big game like this, both defensively and offensively?
Well, Trent's a really good player, and I mean he's a guy that all he wants to do is win. That's all he ever talks about. It's never about whether I score, whether I do this, whether I do that. It's about what we do, and there's no I with Trent. It's all about we. And I recruited Trent really hard when I was coach of Stephen F. Austin. Went in there a couple of times, and then Illinois offered, and it was over. But so I've known Trent for a long time, since his high school days. I couldn't be happier. He's had an unbelievable week of practice. He has been on a heater all week in practice. And to be honest, Io had his best week of practice on the defensive side in some time. So I'm happy for both those guys, but Trent was fabulous tonight.
Thanks.
Okay, Harry, you're up, and then Matt Stevens.
Jake had a double-double tonight, 11 points, 10 rebounds. This is the second game after you put him into the starting lineup. Can you just talk a little bit about what it brings to the team when he can have a game like that, when kind of still go a little bit under the radar? He's not demanding the ball, but when he gets the ball, he's making big shots. And just talk a little bit about what he brings to the team as a starter.
His energy, his motor. He's a quick twitch, really athletic guy. He doesn't get tired. He's a guy that takes a lot of pride in being in great shape. He's a guy that tries to outdo Trent on the mile run for being the best conditioned guy and run it the fastest. And he plays that way. He plays at a kind of a pace that helps us. And he's turned into a very, very good shooter. I mean, we ran the play for him on the backside of the zone, just spot up and shoot. He knocked that sucker down, and So his activity on the boards, he's a hard guy to block out. So his energy is a real positive for us.
And as just as a follow-up, it seems like he's kind of, since coming into the starting lineup, filled that role of, as you mentioned, energy and toughness that Andres Feliz had last year. Do you think that with having that role in the starting lineup is making guys like Io and Kofi and kind of helping them just feed off that energy a little bit? Because it seemed like you guys got off to a pretty quick start these past couple of games with Jake in the starting lineup.
Not just about the start. It's about the overall 40 minutes. And I think it was just a change that helped. DeMonte's been, he's had some ankle and Achilles stuff that he's been fighting. And Jake stepped in and has done a nice job. And we're going to need DeMonte and I like the versatility that both of those guys give us because they can both swing as they did a lot in the first half. We played a good amount together, so they can both guard guards, and they're big enough and strong enough they can guard some fours in this league.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Matt Stevens and Derek Piper. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay, Brad, over the last 7 minutes, I've got Iowa for 4 of 14 from the field, Garza with 2 points, Weiskamp with 3, and they didn't shoot a single free throw. We talk a lot about teams switching it on and off on offense. What in your estimation was allowing you to just kind of flip that switch defensively over the last 7 minutes of this game?
I think it was a winning mentality as much as anything. That's what we have been talking about is understanding that, as you get into this time of year and you get into postseason play and it's down the road, you have to have a mentality of finding a way to win a game. And the ball doesn't always go in. And how are you going to win that? And how do you go about that? And you got to take great pride in what you do on the defensive side. And when you can do that against Iowa, Fran McCaffrey doesn't get enough credit for how good a coach he is on the offensive side. Yes, they have very good players. But if you can stop them, I feel like we can do that against anybody in the country. And I'm really proud of this team for their defensive effort and commitment late.
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it.
Okay, Derek Piper, you're up. Brad Sturdy on deck.
Hey, Coach, I know you don't like to put too much emphasis on one game, but how important was it to come off of the break to win this game against Iowa, knowing the impact on the Big Ten standings and going into February with that momentum?
Well, I think just beating a very, very good team was important for us. And again, you as a coach, you're a little apprehensive because you don't you like to get in a rhythm, and we haven't been in that. And being off 10 days, you're a little unsure of, or at least I was today, a little unsettled as to what we were going to look like. I thought we'd play really hard. But again, you don't want to make too much of it. It's, Indiana's next. And but I like a lot of the things we did today that allowed us to win.
You had Curbelo out there a lot down the stretch. He got a steal on McCaffrey, made a shot with the right hand near the hoop. What did you like about what he was giving for you down the stretch?
Well, I mean, he did a lot of good things tonight. He shared the ball. He sprayed it around. He kept his dribble alive, which was a major improvement, from a couple of games ago when he, killed his dribble on the baseline and got a big basket. He made 2 free throws. Dre's a good, and Dre's such an active defender. And, in a night where I probably would not have liked to play Trent so much and Io so much, but, Adam was in foul trouble and kind of out of rhythm. And, we kind of went with that group and, they were terrific tonight.
Thanks.
Okay, Brad Sturdy, you're up. Brandon on deck. Go ahead, Brad.
Coach, Kofi only shoots 2 for 7, but he makes a big steal down the stretch, block shot. How is his maturation on the defensive end, the ability to not let an offensive struggle affect him on the defensive end? How's his maturity? How's that show his maturity over the past 2 years?
You did pay attention last year. I'm really impressed. No, it's grown a lot. And last year, I think that's where Kofi has grown so much is, he knows that his impact isn't just about, making a basket. His impact is what he does on the defensive end. And, just the hitting Garza, the putting his body on him, and all those things over the course of 40 minutes become they wear a guy out. And Kofi's impact is so much more than just catching a lob dunk, and they ran the kitchen sink at him a few times, and played really good defense on him. It wasn't like we were trying not to get him the ball, but again, his impact goes beyond the points because we put some fouls on Garza.
And piggybacking on the Jacob Grandison talk, how does it show the culture of your squad that he's able to fight through playing like 1 minute or 0 minutes, less than a month ago, and now he's playing 30? How does that show, just the culture of your team?
Yeah, I hope it's that patience, understanding, work and practice all pays off. And we have an unbelievable locker room. We have unbelievable character. We have unbelievable guys committed to winning. And Jacob's character was never wavered. He's always been a team guy. He was continuing to get better, and he'd set out a year. It took him a little while to get kind of both feet in and get a feel back, and now he's doing that. He's really impacting our team.
Okay, we'll go Brandon, Joey, and Jeremy. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, Brad, aside from Kofi, what'd you guys kind of do collectively to slow Garza down?
Well, I think that I thought Georgie did a really, really solid job on him. Georgie made one bad play as Kofi did in the first half, just trying to go for a steal. But you got to throw different things at Garza, and I think he's a good offensive player in the post area as I've seen since I was able to coach Michael Beasley. And but we gave some support from some different areas. We supported off of. Did some things on the backside, coming low on the baseline. Again, we got pinched a couple times in the first half when they hit a couple threes off of it. But again, it was just trying to give him different looks and making things uncomfortable and hard. You're not gonna hold Luka under 20 many nights.
Okay, Joey, you're up. Jeremy on deck.
Hey, Brad, I think Io called him no hesitation Trent, and they both talked about him in practice this week, and obviously you did too. Did you know in practice that it was going to look like this in a game? Did he have some sort of tell today that you could kind of see that he was going to go for, 25 or whatever it was?
Well, I think that in the history of coaching Trent, when Trent gets on heaters in practice, you want him shooting balls in a game. It carries over, and Trent spent a lot of time in this week getting extra shots and not hesitating. He turned down one tonight, and they ended up getting it back and burying a three in front of our bench. And he tries so hard to be such an unbelievable teammate. And sometimes Trent's unselfishness hurts our team because we need him to take shots and make shots. And when Trent gets going like that with Io and the other people that we have, we become a really, really potent offensive team, and we need that lift from Trent.
Was there a conversation at all? I mean, there have been times we've seen him get under the hoop and spray it out. I mean, or is that just something he found on his own and through practice?
All of us as coaches have been, telling Trent, shoot the ball. You're a very, very good perimeter shooter. You're a very good offensive talent. Shoot the ball. Don't turn it down. And it hasn't been any one specific thing other than just keep shooting. And we need you to shoot when you're open. And I'm just telling you, this week in practice was electric for him.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, Jeremy, Scott, and then Shannon. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hey, Brad, you've said the phrase high level basketball game, and I agree with the last three you've had against Iowa. What is it about these two programs, these two teams, these players that bring this entertaining, style college basketball out of each other?
Well, I think we both like to play, up tempo. I think we're both comfortable in the fact that pace of play is something we both like. I'm speaking of Fran, and but so I think that leads to kind of a free flowing game. There's going to be some more possessions in games with Iowa. They played kind of like we thought. They've been playing about 60-40 man and 40% zone, and we thought that they would flip that tonight because of Kofi and try to protect Luka a little bit, and so we were prepared for that, which slowed the game a little bit in the second half. But again, we're competitive. I mean, I'm excited because Fran's done an unbelievable job there for 10, 11 years and got his culture established, and they're good. They're legitimate Final Four contender, and to be competitive and to win games with them shows our growth as well.
Thanks, Brad.
Go ahead, Scott.
Brad, you mentioned being disappointed that there weren't 15,544 people here to watch this game. Just were there moments where you felt like there would have been a huge pop from the crowd if they were there maybe that last minute?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, there's not just the last minute. I mean, there's periods of a game when the home court advantage can really spur on and keep momentum going. And when you've got the best fans in college basketball, you want them there if they could be there. And sure, do we miss that? Absolutely. So do other schools. But again, we've got the best fans in the country, and tonight would have been one of those special moments that a lot of people would have remembered for some time.
And you talked about Trent's shooting, but he attacked the basket maybe more tonight than he has kind of in years, at least in terms of making shots at the rim. Just how important is that to his game to have that as well?
Well, again, and that was one of the things that we felt like we had to do against their zone was not just settle and play catch. Was we had to drive gaps, we had to create opportunities, and all of a sudden Trent's driving it and he finds himself uncontested at the rim, and Trent pound for pound might be as good an athlete as there is on our campus, and you see him, his quickness, his explosiveness, he dunks balls in practice all the time, and that's a guy that is very, very capable, and tonight it worked out great for him.
Thank you.
Okay, Shannon, then we'll circle back with Joey. Go ahead, Shannon.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, Derek asked about momentum, and I'm wondering, even beyond the next game or two, can a game like this kind of propel a team for longevity of the season, a long run, or just that belief? Can it have that kind of mental edge?
I think every year there's defining moments. I think there's games that that help you, and again, that's been the uncertainty of not playing, and the non just competitive juices and the positivity you get from a game. And this is a game against a great basketball team, not a good one, a great one. That we found a way to win it. We did it our way. We did it with great defense, and I hope that continues to propel us forward. We'll see how it works out, but in every season there's always a moment or two, both good and bad, that you kind of look back on and say, that was one of those moments.
And just, if I may, with Trent and the practices he was having, is there any little nugget you can share about how many shots in a row he made at once, or just a particular something where your eyes lit up a little bit?
The day we scrimmaged and I broke the teams up pretty even, and I don't know the exact number he made in a row, but I will say this: it didn't matter if it was Io, Curbelo, DeMonte, whoever was trying to guard him, failed miserably. And when Trent gets on those streaks, and his pace and his speed and his range increases, and he was, and it wasn't just the day we scrimmage, it was the days up in preparation. I mean, he didn't miss shots against the zone, and that's awesome to see. It's fun.
Okay, we'll go with Rob. Go ahead, Rob. We can't hear you, Rob. You must be muted somehow. Okay, all right. Well, thank you, everybody. That'll wrap it up. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Brad.